here, but it's not. I mean, you could overlook many things. People have come off the ends of the rope. People have come down so quickly that they've gone off the ends of the rope. They could not control it, despite the fact that they thought they could. They've grappled at one end. They've done many stupid things. People have done many stupid things, and it's possible even we could do it, but we have to be conscious about it. Just go through the steps that we discussed. Once again, make sure you're always self-anchored. Take off the self-anchor only when you're certain that you've set up your wrap. Right.
So one question. So if you
way to check that. So especially if you're on the extended rappel, it's easy that you snug it up, so that your weight is on the rope while your two anchors are still down.
Sorry?
Just get into the position where you're loading. Before you take your personal anchors off, load the rope.
Yeah.
Make sure that both personal anchors are loose. Your weight is on the rope. Lower yourself until the personal anchors are tight, and then you can repeat that again to unload your personal anchors. But that's how you check it.
Super critical, that is. Don't shock load your anchors when you take off your personal anchors. Any part of this that you haven't understood so far, because this is a super critical skill, and here it is fine, but once we practiced here, once we go there, you shouldn't unravel.
The climbing end is upward.
The tube style, it doesn't matter, honestly. Belly device. The orientation.
But the side that's marked the hand side still goes to your hand.
Just look at it this way. This erected thing is up, so that's how it should be the bunch.
one question. So if you don't have a perfect backup, you can never actually truly test it unless you keep your hands on the rope, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, there will be situations where you might forget a prosec. What do you do? And it's a long freaking rappel and you're shitting bricks now. So if you have to stop, don't leave the hand ever. But if you have to stop for some freaking reason, that you have to take off a quick draw or something, and it's out of reach. Couple of wraps. I would prefer one more, and you would know how many wraps because it will start sliding on.
This seems to be working like a hitch, basically.
Yeah, it's working like a hitch. Right now it's a slab, so it's going all over. But an overhang, the rope will be hanging down. It won't go anywhere. But you will feel it in your thigh. But it's probably better to use your leg.
This is like almost similar to a shoulder rappel, right? It's not a shoulder rappel. I don't know what rappel they call it, where you swing your body through this stuff.
I mean, just the number of wraps usually puts a friction, and that's probably the oldest trick in the town in terms of how to create friction to belay and all that, or create an anchor. Any questions? Okay,
So
now
basically, one of the slings you're just putting the belay device to it, and
yeah. Now let's do this. I'll show you.
Okay, so
Direct.
you're rappelling down and say you have to ascend because you forgot some gear. How will you do that?
That's another skill.
Okay.
Karthik, let's not.
Okay, fine.
Basically, you ascend the rope.
Okay.
You lock off and you ascend the rope. But
You put a press X on one of
two of them minimum. Whether
you
it
put okay, fine. You put two press X on your
Okay. Now, what I showed you was off this, right?